32nd lesson.
Wasn't that your Uncle Bob? Wasn't that your Uncle Bob who just drove by?
Where?
In that blue Lexus convertible.
No, that wasn't him. He flew to Seattle on business on Friday.
Wasn't that your father's blue Lexus?
No, it wasn't. My father sold his car last year.
I really thought it was Bob in your father's car.
You drank too much at the Christmas party, Peter.
Exercise.
Wasn't that the car you sold last Friday?
He really thought it was his uncle.
They flew to Florida for the weekend.
Bob just drove by in his aunt's blue car.
Was it Bob? No, it wasn't.
Thirty-third lesson.
Ron had a pet snake in his bedroom.
Do you have a pet?
Not now, but I once owned a dog when I was a child.
We had a beagle when we lived in Kansas.
We had 3 cats when we lived in Manhattan.
My brother Ron kept a pet snake in his dorm room at UCLA.
My grandmother used to keep a gray squirrel in her closet.
What happened to it?
Jimmy, the neighbors complained.
Exercise.
What happened to your alligator?
I took him to the Everglades because the neighbors complained.
What happened?
I used to keep him in the bathroom, but once he escaped.
They found him in their swimming pool. Thirty-fourth lesson.
They just left the party.
Hello, are Mr. and Mrs. Robinson still at the party? This is their son, Larry.
Hold on, please. I just saw them dancing a few minutes ago.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
I'm sorry, Larry, but I looked everywhere. I think they just left.
Oh, well, too bad. Did Kathy Miller leave, too?
Yes, she left an hour ago.
Excuse me, but who's still at the party?
Well, actually, no one but me. Even my wife preferred the neighbor's party.
Exercise.
Hold on, please.
He just saw them.
They left a few minutes ago.
They just left.
His wife left the party 2 hours ago, but he's still dancing.
Thirty-sixth lesson.
Rely on yourself.
I tell myself all the time that it doesn't pay to work for someone else.
Look at Jackie Brown. She works for herself and is a lot happier.
Personally, I wonder if working for someone else is not easier.
My cousin Jeremy says it's always better to rely on yourself.
But how can one rely on oneself when the economy is so bad?
Well, Jeremy is always saying that to work for oneself is to know oneself.
Honey, what does your sweet little Jeremy do for a living?
Jeremy? Well, he runs his own funeral parlor.
That's fun.
Exercise.
I work for myself, but I'm not happy.
She works for Jackie Brown in his funeral parlor.
I wonder if it pays to work for someone else.
They rely on themselves.
It's better to rely on oneself.